Hey man, you ever looking to flatter?
Alright, in this little 50-minute time lapse, you can see how the light and the shadow affects everything. So you can use that also as part of your discernment towards my observations or my little tests or my little observations, whatever you want to call them. But again, I always like to let you decide. All right, and here comes the video. All right, battery's getting low again, but what I want to do is I want to go down there. I'm going to try to walk to the posts. I also like to sit something down there, show you, how much diffraction is. The diffraction line is blocking things out. We don't run out of battery before we finish this. Oh well. Actually got it right in there the first time. But I'm going to try to get my eyeball down. Yeah, real low to the ground. And wow. My driveway's actually going upward a little bit. It is not perfectly flat, but it's not. If I can focus it on the can here. I think Curious Life did this on a sidewalk or on a road. And obviously you can tell that that little bottom portion is being blocked out by not only the light diffraction, but by perspective alone. You also see in that light diffraction there's some mirroring going on, and that's what I call that angled mirror. It's like putting a mirror on a slight angle, and the farther back, the more the mirroring, the farther back that mirror goes. It's like having a longer mirror compared to a little short mirror here, where it's just the edge is mirroring, where out over the water everything beyond it would be also mirroring too, which would be deflecting your line of sight up in an upward angle, which would give you the impression of something going over the curve when in fact it is not. That's one thing too that a lot of people don't take into consideration, is that perspective plays a big role. And also that can is a lot smaller than the post. Look how much it's blocking out the post. Now it's about, I'm going to say about 30 feet closer to me than the pole. But watch what happens when I move the cam back to the pole. And again, that's a perspective thing. If I move that can even closer to my camera, the more it'll block out. It's the same way with these waves that are out on the water, or even the diffraction or the mirroring. The farther something gets beyond it, it gives it the impression, or it makes it appear as though it's on the other side of a curve, when in fact it is not. So again, it also causes a focus issue, the different atmospheric conditions, and look what happens when it gets out of focus due to too much water in the atmosphere will get you out of focus. And look at how much more of a diffraction line that occurs when something's out of focus. And either way you go with the focus, hey, Ted, move out of the way. I mean, here it's obvious you're out of focus. But look at how I'm more focused on the driveway. But look at that diffraction line. And as I focus in on the farther object, the closer, or the more diffraction I get, upward diffraction. Now again, just think if I was trying to focus on something even farther away, look at how much more diffraction I get. So if there was something back there, okay, let me see if I can turn my camera. Yeah, you can start seeing better back, farther back in between the gate. See how much more that's in focus, but look at the diffraction at the bottom of the gate. Now, let me see if I can get the gate back in focus. Yeah, now you can see that gap. Not much of one, but there is a little gap there. And then if my dogs get out of the way, here comes another one. The farther back I zoom back, now there doesn't even look like there's a gap in there. Again, nothing is being pulled up over the curvature of shit. Okay, I'm focused on the gate. And look at that diffraction line. All about focus, and that lensing effect occurs, folks. And that's what people don't understand, is the difference in what the atmosphere does to your focus. Okay, it's not really the atmosphere. It's weather conditions, the amount of light, the angle of light. All these things have a lot to do with how we see, the distortion, the mirroring. So it's multiple combinations at times that causes these effects to give you the appearance of a curvature. But sea level, um, should kind of really tell us everything about it. Of course, we always say that it's flat. Well, it's not perfectly flat, just like my driveway is not perfectly flat. And this is why we get some of these distortion areas or be blocked out. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Judge for yourself.